Why Gen Z is smarter. Yep, you heard the title right. Why is Gen Z smarter? Now, when I mean smarter, I don't just mean the fact of like intellectual smart. I mean actually, opening up to different worldviews, actually being able to travel and see the world and not have that mindset of, oh, by the time you're 25, you need to be married. By the time you're 30, you need to have kids. By the time you're 40, you should have a mortgage. By the time you're 50, you need to have a 401k and have a pension fund. You know what I mean? Like people are actually understanding that, life is also about traveling. Life is about seeing the world. Now in 2024, more people traveled around the world than ever before. That was the highest rate of travel in the world. People are going out more. People are trying to see the world more. People are actually trying to go to different food, try different things, different trends, these kinds of things. And this is what actually makes you smarter as an individual. Whilst in previous generations, it was more about have kids, get married, work the job 9 to 5, come home, you know what I mean, cook, sleep, and repeat. And there was no sort of adventure. There wasn't a sort of actually looking at options, actually looking at, is this person actually the person you want to marry, and like a lot of people, especially in lockdown, were actually getting divorced. If you look at 2020 divorce rates, a lot of people were getting divorced. And the thing is it's like, instead of rushing into the relationship or rushing into, oh, I need to get that office job so I can work my 9 to 5 and get my salary at the end of the month, people are looking at, how do I actually make my own business on TikTok? How do I actually use social media to my advantage? How do I actually start my own business? How do I actually do drop shipping, buying things from Temu, Shein, and then reselling them onto Amazon? People are actually looking at other ways to use AI to actually help them, with ideas and stuff. And that's my point, is that when I mean that this generation is smarter, I mean that people are actually waking up to the idea that a lot of what the media tells you is fake. A lot of what you learn online isn't real. So people are actually understanding of, okay, let me source out other information. Let me use like DuckDuckGo instead of just using Google. And you know what I mean? Actually trying to search out information which can benefit your life. Like that's a really important thing in this video, is to always question things. Always question when you watch TV or you're watching the news, question, why are they saying the news like that? Why are they saying it like this? Why don't they say it like that? You know what I'm trying to say? Like when people have these conversations and stuff, like even when it comes to protests, especially in UK right now, there's a lot of protests going on, but it's like, I don't understand that a lot of people want these protests to happen because they want people to argue with each other. Instead of being friends with your neighbor and actually trying to build a community, they want people to argue against each other because that's a narrative. You know what I'm trying to say? And I've actually spoken to people in the airport about this. One time, one of my flights got delayed. I was from Panama and my flight got delayed. So I actually spoke to one of the guys in the airport and he says, sometimes you've got to open your eyes a bit. You know what I mean? By open your eyes and not just, see what you believe, and actually sometimes think, like question things, read books, actually look out for answers, like speak to people from different backgrounds, different religions, different cultures, and actually try to get a more grounded opinion, not just a, oh, this is how it is because my parents said it was this way and their parents said it was this way and their parents said it was this way, and that's tradition and that's what we always do. And looking at like, hold on a minute, is this person the right person for you? Hold on a minute, should I actually do this career? You know what I mean? Is engineering actually viable whilst there's AI taking over? What kind of field should I go into? And actually questioning things. And I think that's what makes Gen Z a bit smarter, is because people are actually questioning things more. That whole narrative of, you have a family, mom and dad, you have your 2 kids and your 1 pet dog, and you live in the suburb, and you pay this much in your mortgage every month. That whole idea of actually people understanding like, okay, what can I do to actually make myself financially free? Or even when it comes to looking at job opportunities online, or looking at how to start their own businesses, or actually making their own logos, companies, people are using Canva. Well, Canva's a pretty good tool as well, actually, to like make logos, and you can actually make thumbnails and all these kinds of things. And people are doing multiple jobs. I've seen people actually doing Uber Eats and delivering food at the same time. So like, I've actually been in Ubers where the guy's got a package of food in his front seat, and I'm like, oh, after he drops me off, he's then going to go drop off food to someone's house, and it's like they're doing double the job in one go. So this is what I'm trying to say, is that people are making new ways to make money, thinking about like outside the box kind of ideas. That whole standard method of just going to work and whatever was cool and it was the method, but there's a lot more methods now of making money online, or making money in deliveries, or doing sort of drop shipping methods, all these kinds of things. You buying out storage units and storing items and then reselling it. You know what I mean? Like there's so many methods in the world to actually creating revenue for yourself. You just have to find a tool or a skill or a passion or a hobby that you enjoy, and then do it that way. And that's what I mean by Gen Z is smarter, because we're actually the generation that has the internet, has 5G, has signal, has constant communication with people. You can network with people that your parents and your grandparents would never be able to network with, people from all over the world. And that's crazy. You know what I'm trying to say? So even when it comes to reach, when it comes to music, even like UK music is popping off in America because of the reach, because of the actual understanding that they have, freestyles, they have radio, they have YouTube, and you can actually like now grow as an artist. You don't need to rely on a record company. You can actually, promote yourself. And that's what I'm trying to say, is when it comes to being the smartest generation of all time, I really mean that. The fact of the amount of technology that we have and the devices we have in your hand, you can literally on your phone invest in Bitcoin and in like 2 weeks time flip that money and make money. Like that was never able to make from crypto money. You can actually make money on your phone, actually be able to look into stocks and look into companies. So okay, then this company is going to do this, so let me invest in my money into this on your phone, and then by next week, 2 week, the money can go up or down. And this is what I'm trying to say, is that people don't understand like the amount of technology they have in their phone. It's the same when people say, oh, I can't make a YouTube video because I don't have a high-end PC. I literally record my gameplay on my PS5. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or people say, oh, I can't run a business because I don't have enough money to store things. But you can do FBA and actually store it on Amazon. You can store it in Amazon's factory. Just pay them a percentage and they'll store it at their factories for you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? People are like, oh, well, I can't do this because of this. But there's even a pre-sale method. So for example, like let's say you want to sell sunglasses. Instead of buying the sunglasses, make an Instagram page, put a bunch of photos of sunglasses, different sunglasses, you wearing some sunglasses, whatever, you're from your friends at the beach wearing sunglasses. Then when people start ordering the numbers, then you go into Shein or Temu, Alibaba, find sunglasses that look like the ones people want, and then just sell them, buy them from the stock, and then sell them. Once people have actually started to like the photo and say, okay, they're interested in these pair, then you can then go to Alibaba, buy in bulk, and then sell it to them. Do you know what I mean? Like pre-sell the item before you even have the item. So that way you don't even putting a down payment. You know what I'm trying to say? And if, let's say, delivery is going to take long, you can then email the people and say, oh, sorry, unfortunately, we've got a delay in delivery. However, next time you order, we'll give you 20% off. And then there you go. Now you keep the customer happy, you get your delivery, and then you resell it. You know what I'm trying to say? There's so many methods to making money. There's so many methods to actually helping people. Even starting your own charity. If you actually start your own charity business, and then you can help out people like who are unfortunate, and then you can get government grant because you've actually done a charity. You can actually do it that way as well, like actually helping people, but also doing it through a charity. That way you can actually get government grant because you're using your charity as a tax write-off, because you're actually helping people like who need food or need water or whatever, like, and then you can use it as a deduction between your work. Like there's so many methods in order to make money. Even when people are opening bank accounts in Switzerland or Cyprus or offshoring accounts in Singapore, there's so many methods into making money, especially in today's age. Like I don't understand why people say, oh no, it's a struggle. Well, no, like you really gotta use the technology that you have for the right reasons. Do you understand? And people are making memes and stuff. People are making money with meme pages, like literally just getting memes and then putting them onto Instagram reels, and then once you're getting a high enough following, then promoting people's brands through your page, and then they'll actually pay you a commission, because depending on how many views and how many likes, or doing affiliate linking like that, then you can actually affiliate link people whilst you're doing a meme. So for example, let's say you do a gym meme about protein shakes, and then you link someone's protein shake in the description and have a like 20% off voucher whilst they use that link. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like there's so many methods. Like I've seen so many girls selling like makeup products, blushes, lipsticks, hair dryers, all sorts of equipment. And it's like, even with gaming equipment, people are selling gaming PCs, headphones, all of these kinds of things, like certain modded controllers. Like there's always a method, and this is what I mean. But this generation is the generation that can really move the nail forward and actually think outside the box and think, hold on, why would I go to a 9 to 5 office when I can sell gaming computers and gaming laptops and monitors from my room and make enough money from streaming and doing these other kinds of methods? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's what I'm always saying. It's good to think outside the box, look at something that you want to do, and then let me know. And subscribe to my channel. We're almost at 2K. It's mad. We're almost at 2K, 1,899. Let's go. But you guys take care and enjoy the rest of your day.